The flash of light is the last thing you remember clearly. 1 second you're standing there, minding your own business, and the next second everything goes white, then hot, then very, very wrong. Your skin feels like someone cranked the oven to maximum and forgot to tell you that you were inside it. The radiation washes over you in waves, and for a moment you're absolutely certain this is the end. But here's the twist. You don't die. Most people would. Most people do. But you? You've got something special in your genes, some weird little quirk in your DNA that turns deadly radiation into the worst makeover in history. Welcome to Ghoulhood. Population. More than you'd think. And none of them asked to be here. The first few hours are rough. Your skin starts to peel and bubble, your nose feels strange, and when you reach up to touch it, a chunk of cartilage just sort of comes off in your hand. That's not ideal. Your ears follow soon after, the outer parts withering away until you've got nothing but holes on the sides of your head. You try to scream, but your throat is raw and raspy. Get used to that voice, by the way. That's your voice now. Forever. Days pass, maybe weeks. Time gets weird when you're melting from the inside out. But here's the thing. You're not dying. Your body is healing faster than it's breaking down. Every wound that should kill you just knits itself back together, leaving you looking worse but feeling oddly fine. Your skin hardens into worn leather. Patches of muscle show through in places. You catch your reflection in a puddle of irradiated water and nearly jump out of your own rotting skin. You look dead. But you're alive. More alive than ever, actually. And you're hungry. The wasteland stretches out around you, a blasted hellscape of ruined buildings and toxic dust. Normal food is hard to find, but here's the good news. Your sense of smell is basically gone along with your nose, so you can eat pretty much anything without gagging. That 200-year-old can of mystery meat? Delicious. Your digestive system has mutated right along with everything else, turning you into the least picky eater in the entire wasteland. The first time you walk into a settlement, things go badly. Really badly. The settlers take one look at you and reach for their weapons. Someone yells the Z word, zombie. You try to explain that you're still you, still thinking, still a person with thoughts and feelings and a really unfortunate skincare situation, but they're already shooting. You take 3 bullets to the chest before you realize something incredible. It hurts, sure, but you're not going down. Your body is already pushing the bullets out, the wounds closing up before their eyes. You run. Not because you're scared of them, but because you're scared of what you might do if you stay. That's the thing about being a ghoul. You've got time, lots and lots of time. Normal aging? Gone. Your cells don't break down the way they used to. As long as you don't catch a bullet to the brain or get torn apart by something bigger and meaner, you could theoretically live forever. Centuries pass and you just keep going, watching the world rebuild and collapse and rebuild again. You start noticing other ghouls out in the wastes. Some of them are just as sharp as you, running businesses or wandering as traders or just trying to survive another day. These are your people now, your fellow rotting philosophers stumbling through the apocalypse. You swap stories about life before the bombs, back when you had a nose, and people didn't run screaming at the sight of you. But some of the ghouls you meet are different. Wrong. They shamble instead of walk. They growl instead of talk. Their eyes are empty. Nothing behind them but hunger and rage. These are the ferals, the ones who lost the battle against their own deteriorating minds. They attack anything that moves, tearing into flesh with their bare hands. This is your future if you're not careful. This is what waits at the end of every ghoul's road. Unless you can get your hands on the good stuff. The vials are everything now. Little containers of yellowish liquid that you breathe in through a special inhaler. Nobody knows exactly what's in them or how they work, but they keep the feralization at bay. One hit and your mind clears, the fog receding for another day. Without them, you can feel yourself slipping. Thoughts get fuzzy, anger comes easier. You catch yourself staring at people and thinking about what they might taste like. That's when you know you need another dose, fast. Finding the vials becomes your new obsession. You trade for them, fight for them, do things you're not proud of, just to get your hands on a few more precious doses. There's an entire underground economy built around keeping ghouls sane, and the prices are brutal. Some ghouls turn to bounty hunting, using their enhanced durability and centuries of experience to track down targets for caps and vials. The work is ugly, but the pay is good. The years pile up, 50, 100, 200. You've watched entire civilizations rise and fall. You've made friends and buried them, sometimes multiple generations of the same family. Everyone you knew before the bombs is dead or feral. Everyone you've met since is temporary. You're the constant, the one fixed point in a world that refuses to stay still. Your body is a map of survival now, scars from fights you can barely remember. One finger that got bitten off by a wasteland creature and reattached with nothing but thread and determination. It fused back on within a week, good as new. You can take damage that would kill a normal person 10 times over and just walk it off. Bullets, knives, fire, radiation. Especially radiation. That stuff that kills everyone else? You soak it up and keep moving. You don't need Rad X or Rad Away. In fact, you've made decent caps selling that stuff to desperate travelers who actually need it. Some ghouls absorb so much radiation that they start to glow. Literally, glow. These glowing ones are even tougher than regular ghouls, able to heal from almost anything and blast out bursts of radiation when threatened. You're not there yet. Glowing might make you tougher, but it also makes you a target. The discrimination never stops. Every settlement has its policies. Some places let ghouls in, treat you almost normal. Others have shoot-on-sight orders. You've learned to read a town within 30 seconds of approaching. When a place is bad, you move on. When a place is good, you treasure it, knowing it probably won't last. You find a community of other ghouls eventually, a place where everyone looks as rough as you do and nobody cares. You swap survival tips, share vial sources, talk about the old world with people who actually remember it. For the first time in decades, you feel almost normal. But the ferals are always out there. You can hear them at night, howling in the ruins. Sometimes you have to fight them, and it's always awful. Every feral you put down is a reminder of what's waiting for you if you ever run out of vials. The centuries grind on. You've stopped counting your age. What matters now is the next dose, the next meal, the next sunrise you get to see with your own decaying eyes. You've outlived everyone and everything, and you're going to keep outliving them for as long as you can score those precious vials. One morning, you wake up to find your last vial empty. You shake it, tap it, hold it up to the light hoping for just one more drop. Nothing. Your hands start trembling. Your thoughts get slippery. You can feel the feral trying to claw its way out from inside your skull. You've got maybe a day, maybe less, before you lose yourself completely. Time to get creative. You stumble out into the wasteland, desperation giving you energy you didn't know you still had. There's a trader 3 settlements over who might have vials. There's a cache you buried 50 years ago that might still be there. There's always something, some last-ditch plan to stay yourself for just a little longer. You spot a pack of ferals in the distance, shambling toward a group of travelers who haven't seen them yet. The old you would have warned them. But right now, you're thinking about what happens after they're done with those travelers, thinking about whether any of them might have vials in their pockets. You shake your head, forcing the thoughts away. Not yet. You're not feral yet. You break into a stumbling run toward the travelers, waving your arms, your raspy voice shouting warnings. They scream when they see you. Of course they do. But then they see the ferals behind you, and suddenly, you're the lesser evil. You fight together until the ferals are down and everyone is breathing hard. One of the travelers has vials. 3 of them. She looks at you, at the way your hands are shaking, at the hunger in your milky eyes. She knows what you are and what you need. Then she tosses you one. Just one, enough to keep you sane for another few days. You breathe it in, feeling your mind sharpen, the fog retreating. When you look up to thank her, the group is already moving on, hurrying away from the ghoul who just saved their lives. You don't blame them. The wasteland stretches out in every direction, full of danger and opportunity and precious vials hidden in forgotten corners. You've got time to find more. You've got nothing but time. You take your first step forward, and your foot squelches. You look down. Your big toe just fell off. You pick it up, stuff it in your pocket, and keep walking. You'll sew that back on later.